My name is Mona. I live in New Delhi, India. I'm an out and proud parent of my trans son, Dave. When Dave came out to us, my husband went into shock. Okay, there was disbelief, followed by anger, followed by trying to reason with Dave. I mean, about making choices and not understanding that this is not a question of choice. It is not something that you decide. It's not like a fashion trend, you know. And it was, I think, particularly traumatic for Dave uh, because, I mean, we're a nuclear family, husband, wife, and a child. And if we say and if we believe that a child's, world, centers around his parents, his or her parents, then my husband's reaction, he did not respond, he reacted. That was very traumatic for Dave. And he immediately felt guilty. He felt guilt at not having lived up to his father's expectations. He just backed off from Dave. He backed away from me because he thought I was, you know, I was on the other team, on Dave's team. It was very difficult, extremely difficult for Dave. It was difficult for my husband to suddenly have this, thrown at him. And I think culturally, for him, it has been more difficult to digest. I mean, after disbelief, even he's still digesting it in beds. And yes, he's accepting. But I am not sure if it is from a place of just pure love, right? It is influenced or by the fact that if he does not support his son may be suicidal. He may have those thoughts because he has been through depression for the last 5 years. Our son, he's in therapy. He sees a psychiatrist, child psychiatrist regularly. He's on medication. So yes, after Dave admitted that he has had thoughts of ending his life, that my husband has I mean become scared, because at the end, at the core of it, he loves Dave too in his own way. It's just that he has not been able to. He has taken a long time and is still on the journey coming to terms with Dave's being trans, and and treating it as normal. You know how people say, oh, it's a phase and you'll get over it and all. I never thought that. So initially it started with neutral pronouns and they, them. So that was fine. I was okay with that, and I may have made some slips initially in the first month, but I told him, if I make a slip, it is just because of my force of habit. It is not because I have any doubt in my mind or I'm trying to hurt you or show disrespect to you. It's not that at all. So just remember that. This is okay. So every time I make a slip, I'll say sorry. But then I think after 2 months, he said, okay, so how about, this is not working for me. So, shift to addressing me as him and he and him. That's when I thought, I said, look, that's not easy for me. So why do you say that? I mean, it's just something you have to say. I said, I accept you the way you are, which is, I'm absolutely fine with it because I'm your mother, you're my child. There is no question about that, about not loving you or not accepting you. But before I can accept you as a son, I need to mourn the loss of my daughter. Accepting a mother can always accept another child. Parents have 2, 3 kids and then sometimes they go and adopt a couple more. But at least a mother, I can only speak from a mother's perspective. I don't know where that love comes from, but it's just there. It just keeps coming and coming out. So that is possible. But if you need to take someone else's place, if my son has to take the place of my daughter, I need to first acknowledge to myself that my daughter is dead. And he just looked at me and he was like, oh, okay. And then he says, how long is it going to take? And I said, I don't know at this stage. And I did it. It took me 8 months to finally put my feelings to rest and to put the memory of my daughter to rest. And after that, there has been no looking back for me. Now I feel healed. Being a daughter myself, as I'd grown up, my relationship with my mother had developed and, gone to a different level where we became closer, not as, just mother and daughter, but, more as friends, kind of like sisters, sort of. And I had always been looking forward to sharing that special bond with my daughter when she would, be in her 20s and then 30s and I would be an old woman. So I had been, these were my dreams for my future and our relationship, our mother-daughter relationship. But I mean, that was the only reason. I was like, I don't have a mother. I lost my mother 12 years ago. And now I don't even have a daughter. So I just felt very alone. But after thinking about everything else, I was like, okay, so it's fine. My child is the same. And for 13 years, I had a daughter. I was blessed with a daughter. And now for the rest of my years, I'm blessed with a son. I mean, how many people really get to enjoy both, So I'm getting to know my son. And it's fun going shopping for him. Being an out and proud parent of a trans child, a trans son, has, yes, it has affected members of our community, family, and our circle of friends, the school, Dave's peer group, with my cousins, sisters. They took it very well. They have been very welcoming right from the start because they say, come on, this is our nephew. He was a niece first and now he's a nephew. Yes, we will take a little time to use the right pronouns and to get the name right. But we love this child and we're very proud of him. Period. My own sister, Dave's real aunt, okay? The others are all cousin aunts, right? This is the real aunt. She took time, right? She kept questioning me and kept saying, oh, how is this and what is this? And, just keep quiet about it. There is no need to broadcast it. And I was like, I am not broadcasting it, but I do want to share this. I want people whom we socialize with, whom we interact with on a regular basis to know, so that, I I just want it to be authentic. I want to be authentic, and I want my child to be comfortable. And then, yes, we will see who's with us, who is welcoming, accepting, who is sitting on the fence, and who is absolutely homophobic. And then we don't need to, bother them or be bothered by them. One day, while we were visiting Dave's grandmother, um, you know, he got some time to just chat with her separately, and he just came out to her, and all she said, I mean, I'm giving you the English translation. She said, "It doesn't matter. Everyone is equal in God's eyes." So then Dave said, "But Baba is not on board." Baba is how he addresses his father. So his grandmother said, "Oh, you don't worry about him. He's just crazy. Let him." So that was it. This is like an 84-year-old or 83-year-old lady saying that. So and Dave shared with me later, so I could see the relief, because you love your grandparents, and yet a child, but you have this fear. Oh my God, are they going to reject me? Are they going to stop loving me? Forget reject. Are they going to stop loving me if they know that I'm different? This was his question. The question in his heart, in his mind, about everybody who is important for him. Whereas his aunts, my husband's sisters, and my husband, they have not been comfortable with this fact right from the beginning, and gradually they're coming to terms with it based on their own perspective or whatever their needs. I mean, they do want to be connected with Dave, so they feel, oh my God, if we have to be connected with this child, then we must accede to his wishes. So, which is why, I mean, I am a member of, Sweekar Rainbow Parents, and we recently started a New Delhi NCR chapter, which is to support parents, support them emotionally, and help educate them with information, and also to work in making and to engage them, and to involve them in a movement of parents, where we can engage with policymakers, at the government level, policymakers at in education, the school level, because take for example schools, where teachers need to be sensitized. They need to be educated and sensitized on how to handle and support LGBTQ children in the classroom, starting right from the primary level, and then to educate parents, so that they can at home they can ensure that their children know, when they go to school, that it's okay, it's fine if somebody is different. Diversity, there is nothing wrong with that. So to do all this, I think it is important that so that we all have one voice. The advice that I would give to other parents who are struggling to come to terms with accepting or understanding the LGBTQ children is to seek support. Seek support from parents of LGBTQ children, to educate themselves. There are so many resources available to read. First of all, yes, you have to open your heart and your mind, and then you've just got to get to action, taking action, and not to hesitate, and not to feel ashamed. I mean, life is all about learning, it's a journey. We have to move forward. I'm really proud of my child, Dave, for many reasons and for no reason at all. I mean, I love him dearly. He's, uh, he's a wonderful human being, to put it in one sentence. He's a wonderful human being, and I'm very proud of him. That makes me so proud of him. He is compassionate, he is strong, he is courageous, he's supportive, he's articulate, he's funny, he has a wacky sense of humor. His sarcasm just kind of is fantastic. It just energizes me. If I just put the gender aside out of the equation, right? I have a child who at age 13 has more clarity than people have at 30, 40, 50 years of age. He has all the values that, we as parents have tried to instill in him. He has everything that I would want my child to be. I feel so proud. And I see at times that there are things that I still have to learn from him. The kind of clarity he has, I don't have. The kind of articulation he has, I don't have. The kind of courage he has, I don't think I have that. Dave, if you're watching this video, I want you to know that I love you and I'm so very proud of you. I am proud that you are a wonderful human being, and the way you're blossoming makes me, think that you're going to go a long way and you're going to do very well in life. I just want you to believe in yourself. Never stop believing in yourself. And remember that you are loved, and we are proud of you. And every day I learn something new about you that makes me love you more. And I hope and I look forward to it that you will learn the way you love others. You will be able to love yourself in the same way. And my wish for you is to love yourself and go lead your wildly authentic life.